Welcome to lecture series on differential equation and discrete mathematics. This is lecture 13. We are discussing chapter 2, second order linear differential equation. In this lecture, we will be discussing the general form of second order linear differential equation and certain properties associated to second order linear differential equation. So, let us see the definition of second order linear differential equation. The differential equation of the form, observe the form carefully because we are going to use this further. d2y by dx2 plus some function of x that x has a coefficient of dy by dx plus q of x which acts as a coefficient of y, and the coefficient of y raised to 0 is simply the function of x. We call it as r of x or minus r of x. Let me call this as 1. So, the equation of this form is called as the second order. It is a second order as it is clear from the given differential equation, and it is linear because of the form second order linear differential equation. Now, this definition can be even extended to form an nth order linear differential equation. So, let us see some examples of linear and non-linear second order differential equation. If I have this d2y by dt2 plus 3t into y, dy 3t into dy by dt plus say t into y is equal to e raised to t. Now, can you say that this is a second order linear differential equation? First of all, it is a second order differential equation, and this is a differential equation with the dependent variable y and the independent variable t. Okay, and it is exactly in this form. You can see the first term is d2y by dt2 plus dy by dt. The coefficient of dy by dt is simply the function of t. Here x is taken as t and the coefficient of y is t, and on the right hand side you have a function of t merely. So, this is the second order linear differential equation. Okay, now, let me take some more example. d2y by dx2 plus dy by dx the whole square is equal to say sin x. Is this a second order linear differential equation? This is a second order because the highest order that is present over here is 2. So, it is a second order differential equation, but it is not a linear differential equation because this dy by dx is not present as a linear coefficient, it is present as with the degree 2. So, this is not second order linear differential equation. One more example I would like to take, d2y by dx2 plus say 2x into dy by dx plus sin of y is equal to say certain function cos of x. Now, this is again not a linear differential equation because you can see that the function r of x over here is not a function of x only. In this case, you get cos of x minus this sin of y, and because of this sin y present over here, this is not a linear differential equation. Now, there are two notes which one can observe from this definition. First note is that when this r of x is identically equal to 0 on the interval on which this differential equation is defined, then this given equation is called as the homogeneous equation. So, if r of x is equal to 0 on I, okay, in the given equation 1, then 1 is called homogeneous. Otherwise, if it is not identically equal to 0, otherwise it is called non-homogeneous second order linear differential equation. So, that is the first node. Secondly, we associate a function to represent this differential equation, to represent the given differential equation, so that it becomes easier for us to discuss this kind of differential equation. So, what we do is that we associate another function and it is denoted in this way, L of y. This is a function. So, at t or at x it will have those values. Okay. By the relation L of y at x is nothing but this function, that is y double dash of x plus p of x into y prime of x plus q of x into y of x. Now, why we use this notation? See, this is actually can be considered as a function. It is a function of function. So, we call it as an operator. So, this is like an operator. Okay. Now, why do we use this Brevet notation is because we can consider this as simply say certain operator is equal to r of x. That becomes very easier to handle than the given equation. So, one can be written as okay. So, thus what is simply if I write L of y, that will be simply without x. So, that is y double dash. So, it is like a function y double dash p of x into y dash plus q of x into y. Okay. So, when you treat it on the variable x, you have that you can consider as in this form. Okay. So, the given equation 1 can be written as L of y, because left hand side is this operator, treated at x is equal to r of x. Now, that is 0 or non-zero depending on what kind of differential equation we are discussing. So, if I take this as my L of y, there are certain property which I will be proving. For this particular relation, this L is a linear operator. That is what I am going to show. So, the first property 1, if L of C y is same as C into L of y, where y C is some constant, for any constant C. So, that is very easy to prove, because you know that L of y is given in this way. Okay. So, what I will do, this is basically a function, we are showing that this function is same as this function. So, to show that two functions are equal, we have to evaluate it at certain point. So, what I will do is that I will evaluate this at any point, say x. So, in that case what will happen, just look at this definition of L of y. So, instead of y you have C of y. So, just replace y by C y. So, C y double prime at the point x plus p of x into again C y double prime at the point x plus q of x into C of y. Okay. Now, when you evaluate this, see, you are supposed to prove that this is same as C into L of y at the point x, and if you can do that, that means at any arbitrary point x, we have proved that L of C of y of x is same as C into L of y of x. That is therefore, it has to be true for every point on that domain. So, now this basically using standard properties of differentiability, I can remove this constant out and you have y double dash of x plus p of x. Again this constant can be removed out, I will write it down over here, and you get y dash of x plus c can be removed out, and I can write down this as, okay, by the way x was missing over here, y of x. And so, this is same as c into y double prime of x plus c into p of x into y prime of x plus c into, okay, c is actually removed. So, q of x into y of x. Now, if you see the term in bracket, that is your exactly Ly of x. So, that same as c into Ly of x. Now, we have proved that these two functions are equal at any point x, and so thus they are identically equal. I can say that L of cy is equal to c into L of y. Okay. Another property that makes this operator linear is I will call this as property 2. L of y1 plus y2, suppose y1 and y2 are any functions, then L of y1 plus y2 will be same as L of y1 plus L of y2. This is again very trivial to prove. So, for any y1 and y2 as a function. So, to prove this, again we evaluate the left hand side at any point in the domain, say x, and then prove that the right hand side is nothing but this is actually the addition of two functions. So, L of y1 at x plus L of y1 at x, y2 at x. So, by definition this is same as, okay, instead of y you have now instead of y you have now y1 plus y2. So, I will have y1 plus y2 the whole prime at whole double prime at x plus p of x into y1 plus y2 its derivative at x plus q of x into y1 plus y2. Now, that same as writing. So, that same as writing again using the basic properties of differentiation, I can write down this as y1 double prime at x plus y2 double prime at x plus again over here same thing, I can split this p of x into y1 prime of x plus p of x into y2 prime of x plus q of x into, this is evaluated at x, into y1 of x plus one more term I will write down over here q of x into y2 of x. Now, you rearrange this term so that you get L of y1 plus L of y2, and that is very simple. You put this y1 whatever associated to y1 in one bracket. So, you have y1 double prime of x plus p of x into y1 prime of x plus q of x into y1 of x, right, and then the remaining term, that is y2 double prime of x plus p of x into y2 prime of x plus q of x into y2 of x. And so, what do you observe over here, that this is nothing but L of y1 at evaluated at x plus, and this is same as L of y2 evaluated at x. And so, this can be written as L of y1 y1 plus L of y2 by the definition of the function evaluated at x, because f1 of x plus f2 of x is same as f1 plus f2 of x, and since f1 plus f2 of x, and since this is true for any x, we can say that thus they are identically true on the domain on which y1 and y2 are defined. So, this two basic properties makes the given operator linear operator. So, these are the properties of linear operator. So, now these two properties, we have made certain observation which I would like to note down over here. Observation So, we will look for the solution of the differential of this differential equation, right, and since this is the notation I have used, I would treat L of y of x is equal to R of x would be same as saying this. Okay. So, we will use the shorter notation now. So, that is the first observation. The solution, okay, we will talk about in general, first we will talk about the homogeneous differential equation. So, the solution y of x of the differential equation of the differential equation d2, okay, I will write down here, d2y by dx2 plus p of x into dy by dx plus q of x into y, q of x into y is equal to 0. Let me call this as equation 1, are exactly those function y for which, you know, if I write down in terms of the linear operator L, then L of y at x, that is actually your y double prime of x plus p of x, y prime of x plus q of x into y of x is equal to 0. So, whichever y satisfies the equation L of y equal to 0 are the solution of this given differential equation. So, that is y is a solution of 1 if L of y is identically equal to 0, since I am talking about the homogeneous differential equation. If it was non-homogeneous, then it would have been satisfying the R of x. Okay. So, second thing now to observe over here is that if, because from the property 1 and 2, this we can make this observation, if y is a solution, y of x is a solution of 1, if y of x is a solution of 1, then any constant multiple, any scalar multiple of y is also a solution of 1, then c of y of x is also solution to a solution of 1. That is very simple, since we know that L of, because y is a solution, L of y will be equal to 0, and L of c y is nothing but c into L of y. Okay. So, since L of y is equal to 0, this implies that c into L of c of y, which is same as c into L of y, is equal to 0, and that proves that if you have a solution of the linear differential equation, then its constant multiple is also a solution. Not only that, then if you have a two solutions, say y1 and y2, y1 of x and y2 of x are solution of 1, then again you can then show y1 plus y2 is also solution of x, and that is because since y1 and y2 are the solution, you will have L of y1 will be equal to 0 and L of y2 will be equal to 0. But what is L of, so if I can show that L of y1 plus L of y2 at a point is equal to 0, then we can see that y1 and y2 is, y1 plus y2 is also solution of the given differential equation. But that is obviously true, because L of y1 is nothing but L of y1 at x plus L of y2 at x, and so that same as 0 plus 0, this is 0 because y1 and y2 are the solution of 1, and so we prove from here that y1 plus y2 is also solution of 1. Okay. Now, combining this, both this property, or combining both the property, both the above property, we can say that in fact C1 plus C1 y1 plus C2 y2 is also solution of 1 if y1 and y2 are solution of 1. That is because L of C1 y1 plus C2 y2. Now, first here you can treat C1 y1 C2 y2 as one function. So, it is addition of two function which can be splitted as L of C1 y1 plus L of C2 y2, and then because you know that L of C1 y1 is same as C1 of L of y1 plus C2 of L of y2, and since y1 and y2 are solution, this will be equal to 0, this is also equal to 0, and so we have this. In fact, at every point this will be true, and therefore, C1 y1 plus C2 y2 is also the solution of 1 for any constant C1 y1. Okay, and this term C1 y1 plus C2 y2 is called as the linear combination of y1 and y2. Example example here I can take as a very famous example, d2y by dx2, a famous differential equation, d2y by dx2 plus y is equal to 0. You know that y1 is equal to cos of t and y2 is equal to sin of t are both solution. So, in fact, this the solution, thus y equal to c1 cos t plus c2 sin t is also solution to this equation 1 and for any values of c1 and c2, and this itself says that if we have one solution, then in fact we can find infinitely many solutions to the given differential equation. In the next lecture we would be discussing a concept of general solution, and in that we will make clear that any solution of this form is called as a general solution for two linearly independent solution y1 and y2. So, thank you for watching this video and have a nice day ahead.